everyone, welcome. My name is MJ Pestridge. Welcome to another video today concerning a bit more broad than just flight simulation, although this really does concern flight simulation, or any game for that matter. Everybody reaching for their phone now. So, what are we talking about? Updates, Windows updates. Okay, so you might have come across this in previous videos. I have recommended to turn off the update system because there is an update, which is this one here, the KB ending in 1330, which basically, if you have a multiple monitor setup, it's going to completely destroy your frame rate for any games or applications that you use. It is a known problem that Microsoft are aware of, and that's why they released this one, 1391. The cumulative update preview. Now, in the past as well, I've also recommended not updating the cumulative update because it bricks your PC, which was a previous to this 1330 update. Now, a lot of people I see also have trouble trying to get this installed, and as you can see, it's kind of in a loop on my PC trying to install it itself, which means I can actually update the fix for it, 1391. I don't actually want this installed, this one, but in order for this to get installed, that has to get installed, it seems. So I need to have that installed and then install the fix for that installation. I mean, it's just a shit show, Microsoft, to be honest. Again, the other way to avoid all this is to basically turn off the Windows Update system, which I'll link that video down below. You can go follow that, and then when all this monkey business is resolved, then you can update your PC. But for everybody else who doesn't want to do that, for everybody else who really says, no, you shouldn't disable Windows updates, let's power through this, let's sort this out. This video is for you, okay? So, as you can see, it's not actually downloading and installing this update. It's kind of just erroring at 20%. And then it goes up to 100, and then it just loops back around again. So, first things first is we're going to completely kill the update service. So it stops doing that. So it's running right there. We're going to open the service. We're going to find the update service there. Go to properties and disable it and stop it as well. And apply that and make sure it doesn't actually start again and that it is actually stopped. So we can do that by closing that down and then reopening it up. And it shouldn't actually be doing anything now. And it should still be disabled, which it's not running, so that is good. Right. So if as I say, if you can't get your updates to work, one thing you can do is try the troubleshooter, which you go to update and security, troubleshoot, and then it will say recommended troubleshooters. If you can't find it, go to additional, and then the list is here, and you click not printer, window update. Windows updates, run the troubleshooter, and it will start detecting problems, and it will start resolving the issues. If there is an issue, it will, resolve it and then just carry on. You will need to restart your PC in order to do this, and of course, if you have got Windows Defender disabled, you need to re-enable that in order for your update system to even work. So make sure that that is updated first. Once it's finished the troubleshooter and it's still not working, there are additional steps we can do to resolve this. The last one being a complete reset of the Windows Update service, which is basically a little bat file that I created to completely remove and replace the Windows Update service as a whole, in case there are major issues with it, which, it basically could be your internet connection while it's not installing, could be maybe a glitch with like how much space you've got left on your hard drive, especially if you have a HD drive as a secondary drive. I understand that there's some issues concerning Windows updates with that, with gaining permissions for it. And it just depends really. So it's all about narrowing down what the possibilities are. So when this is finished, its troubleshooter, we shall come back. So if it's still not resolved and it's still causing issues, one thing you can do is bring up a command prompt and run it as administrator, and we're going to quickly do a scan on the PC for any issues within the Windows operating system. And this little scan is a nice little scan to run at least once a week. If it comes across any problems, it will automatically fix it. The scan itself should only take like 3 minutes. If it takes longer than 3 minutes, then you most likely have an issue with your hardware if you have a decent system, or if your system is perhaps a bit slow. This will show that in this scan. I've got a pretty decent system. It finishes within 3 minutes, so if this takes longer than 3 minutes, I know that there's an issue with my system. As always, make sure everything is shut down first before you run anything. Of course, I'm running OBS though to show you this, so that could actually hamper the results. But yeah, Windows updates, basically, if there's an issue, see, it's still trying to kind of like go for the installation of it, still not working. But yeah, Windows updates are a necessary feature for Windows 10, unfortunately. You can't get around it. The security updates to keep your PC safe, fixes and for getting the operating system to run smoothly, and then of course every developer in the world, when they say they've got an issue with Windows and their application, they submit a form and to Microsoft in order to get a fix in the next update for their software, so their users can freely use their product. That's so of course Windows updates are happening all the time. Some are good, some are bad. I find with flight simulation, especially with P3D, it can really change your flight sim experience. You could wake up one day after having a week of beautiful flying, and then suddenly you can't achieve your frame rate, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here, dude? So I find to only update maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I've spoken with Microsoft with this, and they say it's an absolutely safe process as long as you do fully update when you do it. And if there's any urgent ones along the way, you'll be actually notified by it by email, or you'll see it on the Microsoft website, and so therefore you can instigate that one there and then, like I'm doing now. I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have updated until about June or July, had it not been for this recent sort of update, 1391, which was fixing a previous update, which I haven't even got installed, but for the purposes of showing you guys, I'm installing it. Anyway, it's been about 3 minutes now, so this is just finishing off. And if there is any problems, it will show up and it'll say we fixed those issues, and but it didn't find any violations. So there we go. So back to the Windows updates. Now, of course, it's still not happening. This would have installed by now, by the way, in that 3 minutes if there was no issues, but it's still kind of stuck on that 20%. So there is something else we can do. Basically, we have to first off stop the updates process. We don't want it actually trying to update while we're about to do what we're about to do. And this is kind of like an old fix, the same thing with Google can happen actually. So stop running that. It's disabled. It's stopped. It's no recovery action. Okay. You are stopped. And there we go. Right. So go into the C drive. Same thing for Google, basically. The more you use your PC, the more you use Google, there's a cache of files that are getting built up. These can actually corrupt and cause problems. And in software distribution, this download folder is where all those files are. Basically, just sugar, no, don't copy. Just basically delete everything that's in there. You might have to... oh, it won't let me do that one. Yeah, see Windows updates here. Try and get them. Beautiful. You might have to find that you have to go inside folders to actually do it. It like won't let you delete from the outside of the folder. Fortunately, it won't let me delete these ones, which, you know, can happen. It's open, evidently. This is open, so I did stop it. Modules work. Why are you running? You go away. Services update is stopped, so no, you're not running actually. Try again. There we go. It's because it was running. Right, so that's that done. Now we probably can actually go back and delete that one without any problem. Beautiful. Now we're going to restart the PC and we're going to try that update service again. So basically what I'm doing is deleting the cache. Same thing with your browser. Files are stored for purposes of easy retrieval in future. So pages that you browse on the website, updates basically, and that can actually corrupt your the files themselves can get corrupt and then cause problems later down the line. By deleting the cache, it only gets rebuilt again, so you're not actually harming anything. They're temporary files, and if you run CCleaner, which most likely would, you know, remove anyway. So right, let's check the PC health. Good thing about this program is that it tells you what things need updating. So my VLC player, you noticed, that actually needs an update. So there we go, that's all clean. Let's scan for issues, which you'll probably find some. Fix. Thank you. Goodbye. So, restarted the PC, and we're going to retry these updates now after deleting the cache. If there is any issues in that cache, that will have resolved it. You can see my media player has just been updated, as the icons just now appeared on there. So that can go somewhere. And we shall wait and see if this works. So as you can see, it's downloading it much easier than it was before. It's now reached 100%, so it's going to install it now. So that one, the 1330, that one installed now fine, and now we're on the 1391, which is the fix for 1330. That one's just downloading. That's going to install fine. Basically, that's it. If anybody's got any other further questions or anything like that, please put them in the comments below. Windows updates can be very tricky but are necessary, but if you do it when you want to do it rather than when Windows wants to do it, you might find your experience on your PC a lot more enjoyable and less hassle. I say I update my PC for Windows updates 3 to 4 times a year. So like every quarter, basically. And then I've done that for the last 2 years, and I've never had a problem. The only time I've ever had a problem is when I've come to update, and it's gone to, you know, ballsing it up, basically. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you for subscribing and liking as well.